Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see the place filling in. Our final speaker of the day has been described as such a successful entrepreneur that everything he touches turns to gold. He absolutely exemplifies the dedication and determination of what it takes to rise, to fall, and to rise again, becoming a multi-million-dollar real estate mogul. His last name is synonymous with some of the most prominent addresses, making it a trademark in New York, Atlantic City, Chicago, and worldwide. The name is also relative to another recent trademark. The "You're fired" tagline he created became a sensation across living rooms nationwide. The graduate from the Wharton School of Finance got his start working for his dad, making small business deals, and he has built his fortune selling and buying real estate. Despite this, he has continued to find success in the gaming industry as a New York Times best-selling author, in television, and of the launch of his own magazine, Trump World. The native New Yorker has showered the city with prestigious Trump signature. Among them are the world-renowned Fifth Avenue skyscraper, Trump Tower, and the luxury residential buildings, Trump Palace, Trump Park, and Trump Plaza 610 Park Avenue, and Trump World Tower. Also owned and sold many vast buildings in New York, including the Plaza Hotel, which was renovated and brought back, the St. Moritz Hotel, now called the Ritz-Carlton on Central Park South, and more recently, the land under the Empire State Building, but of course. Beyond his real estate ventures, Mr. Trump has partnered with the NBC television network in the ownership and broadcast rights of the three largest beauty competitions in the world, the Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Teen USA pageants. In addition to his partnership, Mr. Trump, Mark Burnett, and NBC came together to create one of the top television shows for the past 3 years. You might have seen it flipping back and forth on a Thursday night. It's called The Apprentice, and it's now in its 4th season. Additionally, Mr. Trump is involved in many community and charitable organizations. He is a member of the board of directors for the Police Athletic League and the United Cerebral Palsy. He also serves as a chairman of the Donald J. Trump Foundation, as well as co-chairman and builder of the New York Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. His portfolio is astounding and will continue to grow as long as his passion remains, and we hope that it does. Please welcome your keynote speaker, Mr. Donald Trump.
Very nice. Thank you very much. This is a nice group.
The grandson of Italian immigrants, Mr. Rudy Giuliani acquired a deep respect for America and its values. The former mayor of New York City faced dire challenges during his term, turning the muddled metropolitan city into the safest large city in America 5 years in a row. His diligent efforts to restore the spirits of the city after September 11th were awarded as he was named Person of the Year by Time magazine and knighted by the Queen of England. Mr. Giuliani attended New York University Law School in Manhattan. Upon his graduation, he clerked for Judge Lloyd McMahon, United States District Judge for the Southern District of New York. After joining the United States Attorney's Office, he was named Chief of the Narcotics Unit and rose to serve as Executive United States Attorney. With a very successful record, he was later appointed United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, obtaining a very impressive record. In 1993, Mr. Giuliani was elected the 107th mayor of New York City, serving 2 terms that substantially improved the quality of life for all New Yorkers. As mayor, Mr. Giuliani reduced the crime rate by 65%, the murder rate by 70%. He cut welfare dependence 60% and moved 640,000 individuals to the status of self-dependent. He turned an astonishing $2.3 billion budget deficit into a multi-million-dollar surplus, while creating 450,000 new jobs in his 8 years as mayor. Despite all of these accomplishments, Mr. Giuliani is most revered for his triumphs during 9/11, after thousands of New Yorkers were killed in the worst attack America has ever seen. Mr. Giuliani immediately began the recovery process. He worked hard reestablishing morale while his efforts kept hope in sight. Soon after completing his 2 terms as mayor, Mr. Giuliani founded Giuliani Partners, a firm that led the way in emergency preparedness, public safety, leadership during crises, corporate governance, and financial management. Using his own experience of transforming an out-of-control city that is now a worldwide example of good government and effective management, Giuliani was recognized in spring of 2002 as Consultant of the Year by Consulting Magazine. In addition to managing Giuliani Partners, Mr. Giuliani remains in the public eye. In October of 2002, he published the book Leadership, an immediate bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. Please help me to give a warm welcome to former Mayor Mr. Rudy Giuliani.
Are longing to stray.
Thank you.